Do you remember that if I had two square roots next to each other, I could just multiply the insides? So what do you think the rule is if I have two square roots like this? Sure. Which makes the square root of 20 divided by 2, which is the square root of 10. This is how fast your homework is. But of course it's going to get way worse. Actually, it's not going to be much worse at all, but I do like scaring you. It's one of the best parts of my job. Example 6. Today we've got 3 more examples to go. All right, next. Did I go too fast? Okay, next, parentheses 3 minus 4i plus negative 2 plus 6i. Anybody remember? It's exactly what you think. No, that's exactly what it would be if you multiply, which is the next thing. We'll just add them. Combine like terms, yeah, and the i's go with the i's and the regular numbers go with the regular numbers. So these two go together and these two go together. So 3 and a negative 2 would make 1. Negative 4 and 6 makes 2i, and that's the answer. Isn't this weird? We're doing problems where there's one step. Doesn't feel very advanced mathy. All right, now this is what Carly was talking about, the next problem I was doing, which is this one, 2 minus 3i times 3 plus 4i. This is the one where you would use a box or foil. Hey, out of curiosity, box or foil? Box? Hands up for box. Foil? Okay. I think I do a combo. I think that if I was doing math without children watching me, I would probably do foil in my head. But once it gets more complicated beyond 2 by 2, then I have to organize my thoughts with a box, because otherwise I just can't keep a track of it. All right, 6, negative 9i, 8i, negative 12i squared. So I'm going to write over here, negative 12i squared minus 1i plus 6. Anybody catch the last step we need to do? Gustavo?
It's I squared, so it's times negative 1.
Right, I squared is the same thing as negative 1. So really this is positive 12, which is 18. Or you could just say minus I instead of writing 1i every time. Okay. How are you feeling so far? One more to go. And this one's not going to be the worst thing you've ever seen. Do you have it written down? Am I going too fast?
Miss Nussbaum, can I just write negative I instead of minus 1i?
Yeah. I was just trying to make it clear what I was doing. All right, last one. Example 8. You guys get to stare at my arm every day. Have you guys noticed the giant scar on my arm?
Yeah, broke by a stove.
I did.
Bike?
Bike one was here. That's why I have a bald spot.
What?
This one?
Yeah.
In college, it was nighttime, and I was going down a big hill in Madison, and I pulled out in front of another bike, and they hit me from behind, and I went over my handlebars and hit the pavement, palms and face, and messed up my head and my hands. And so I've got a big, can you guys see the big scar across where I cracked my skull open right here? Yeah.
You point the camera at you.
It's going to be upside down.
It's fine.
It's my chest. See it right here?
Yeah.
I did. They didn't.
You did, they did?
Yep.
Did you see them?
No, yeah, I saw them. I decided what I'm gonna do is hit them as hard as I can and just,
Oh, wait, you hit.
oh, I pulled in front of them, but they were wearing like black and had nothing on their bike, and I pulled in front of them, they hit me from behind, and I went over my handlebars. Here, let's see if we can do it this way.
Let's see.
Let's all look at Michael for a second. Oh, not Michael.
Mine.
All right, let's see. Can you see now? See the big L on my forehead? Literally like that song. In fact, it was pretty cool because I went to college, and within 3 months, I did this and this when I first went to college, and I came home for Thanksgiving. And my parents knew I'd had all these accidents, and I walk in the door, and like instead of hugging me and being like, "We love you, we're so happy you're home," my dad like grabs my arm and he's like inspecting my arm, and my mom pulls back my hair and she's like looking at my head, and I'm just like standing there as they inspect my wounds. And then like they let go of me and I look at them and they're looking at each other and like sadly being like she's not gonna make it. Like she's not gonna make it in this world. She's not gonna live. We didn't do a good job. But I have lived. So parents. It was rough though. I had to have like 15 stitches in my forehead to have it put back together, and my hands healed fine. I actually had my driver's license photo taken right after this. So I literally had a big L on my forehead in my driver's license photo for 4 years.
Was your bike open?
No, it was not. And they scared my roommate and my boyfriend because some people were like, when I hit the ground, and then like the girl who I hit was like, oh, by the way, what's this equal to? 2 of them. All right, you're trying this one with your partner right now while I talk. Put it into a box. Do not distribute the square. It's worth a prize. When I hit the ground, I immediately got up and asked the other person if she was okay. I was like, "Are you okay?" Because I knew it was my fault. And she was like, "I'm fine. Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." And then she biked away. You know how like head wounds bleed real bad. And so at that point, like all the blood started pouring down my face, and then a professor stopped and took me to the emergency room, and some girl was like, "Should we take your bike? Where do you live?" And so I told them where I lived. So they show up at my apartment where my roommate and my boyfriend are, and with a bloody bike. And this was before, well, not before cell phones. Before cell phones were affordable for people like me. And so they were like, "What hospital? Where is she? Is she okay?" And they're like, "We think so. We don't really know where she is. Here's her bike." And it was like covered in my blood and like wheels all bent. It's really nice of me. But I turned out fine and just a little brain damaged. It's my personality. It should be 7 plus 24i if we do it right. Yeah? Sorry, Avery, that you had to listen to a story about my forehead forever.
What's the animal day today? It's Tuesday, right?
Today's Tuesday?
Like, what's the animal day today?
Tropical Tuesday. Talk to your partner about, oh wait, are you guys still working? Yeah?
I do boxes, I just don't mind. I do like 4. X for.
There.
I was trying to get them small, so.
Oh, yeah, you see.
Smashed on the, right on my forehead. It was almost like I just got the stitches out. I'm surprised I haven't told you that story. I thought I told you all my story. All right, who's up? Hands up. Hands up. Decide if you want to go up here. One. Only if they say only if everybody else said no. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah. Talk loud enough for Avery to hear. For Avery to sit for 10 minutes with the story.
All right, so we can draw a box.
Right.
And put the numbers outside. All right, so